This is going to first go to Congresswoman Shea Porter, but everyone will get a shot. For Representative Ginta and Shea Porter, combined, you've accepted more than $5 million in contributions from political action committees. You've both voted with your respective parties more than 95% of the time. How does this record square with your claims that you're an independent voice and things will be different when you get back to Washington?
Well, thank you for bringing that up. Because first of all, I think we all know that most of the votes in Washington, D.C. are pretty mundane, and they are actually bipartisan votes. Most of them actually just get passed without actually having to argue any of them because there's such agreement. It's where that 5% is that matters. And as for the PAC money that my opponent on the right has talked about, I'm the only one that never set up a leadership PAC. He was desperate for PACs, ran around looking for money, and nobody would give him any. As for me, I have said all along that I don't take corporate PAC or DC lobbyist money, and that stands today. I do not take corporate PAC or DC lobbyist money. Now, the people that I accept money from are people who have it's advocacy. It's not for profit. I'm not standing up there for any particular business. I might be there for a Sierra Club PAC, and I'm there for working men and women and unions, and I'm there for a number of American nurses and others. But they are people who share my philosophy, and they are not corporate PACs, and they are not DC lobbyists that give to me.
Sure. Well, the reality is people know where I stand. I've served as our state's largest city's mayor. I'm in my second term in Congress. I've gotten 6 pieces of legislation signed into law just this term. I work on the Financial Services Committee and the Budget Committee, and I'm chairman of the Congressional Task Force. I think people know and appreciate my passion and dedication for the issues. I appreciate the support that I get from individuals and other organizations, but the reality is my focus is on the people of the state of New Hampshire, because it's the people in New Hampshire who are hurting. They're hurting because of Obamacare. They're hurting because of the stimulus package that Ms. Shea Porter passed. They're hurting because of Dodd-Frank regulatory impacts to our community banks here in the state of New Hampshire. The problem here is the issues. I focus on families and focus on moving the economy forward. The other two people on the stage identify themselves as liberals and progressives. Very different approach for New Hampshire.
Back to John.
Okay, and for Mr. O'Connor, you have said that you will caucus, with whichever party is in the majority come 2017, because it will give you better committee assignments to better serve your constituents. Doesn't that give sort of the appearance of kind of a lack of an ideological center, core? No,
my ideological center is the center. But first, I'd like to say that to Congresswoman Shea Porter, she's taken $2.4 million in PAC money. I returned the PAC checks that I received, and I've taken $0. She also knows that my leadership PAC received $0 and spent $0. It was suggested to me by a Democratic strategist that I ultimately fired when I decided to be an independent. So this notion that somehow that she's pure on campaign finance reform is absolutely ridiculous. You can go to my website, SeanForNH.com, and you can check the facts. She's taken 322 contributions from DC lobbyists. When a DC lobbyist makes a contribution to a member, whether it's through a third party or directly, they have to file a form, and there are 322 of those forms. It's sad that Ms. Shea Porter won't apologize for deceiving the voters about how she finances her campaigns.
You brought up the J Street PAC?
Yes.
As an example of a pro-Iranian lobby.
Yes.
This group is known and calls itself sort of a progressive pro-Israeli lobby. And I was told today that you met with them and asked for their support yourself.
I never asked for their support. So on May the 5th, of 2015, I released a position paper on the Middle East. And in that position paper, I stated that any nuclear deal with Iran would require unfettered, unannounced visits to their nuclear facilities. A potential donor who was considering giving money to me suggested that I meet with J Street PAC. I am open to anyone's policy ideas because I believe that we can always try to find common ground. On July 29th, I met with Dan Kalik, the Vice President of Political...
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
quick.
The Vice President of Political Affairs. I found that my agenda was not at all squared with theirs. They supported a deal that the government of Israel called a historic mistake, and I stand with the state of Israel. They then followed up with me again, asking me for information to try to support me. On August 10th, I again did not reply because I did not want their
So
support.
you didn't ask for their support. We got you on that. I wish we could let you continue. But let's go back to the panel.
Could I-
Josh, Roger,
could I have a moment
you
to
weren't invoked or attacked. You was responding to something you said. Got to move forward. Thank you, Congressman.